Punisher One Last Kill is a mixed bag. The show is a single one-part episode, a self-contained adventure that lasts less than an hour and generally keeps you entertained, though it has both good and bad points. Spoilers aside, the basic story is a revenge plot, with Frank forced to deal with the consequences of his actions after what's left of a crime family comes back for revenge. It's not complex, and it doesn't have to be. Rather, it acts as a vehicle for the Punisher to do what he does best: punish those who deserve it. The story opens with Frank being a broken man, haunted by his past and looking for a purpose. The acting here is great, with Jon Bernthal absolutely nailing the performance. The highlight of the show is the great action, as we see Frank tearing through criminals with brutal precision, both the shooting and close combat. It's not toned down for younger audiences, rather it's visceral and bloody, with excellent choreography. Exactly the kind of show that The Punisher should be, something akin to John Wick, rather than a traditional superhero show. An issue with the show is that the story before we get to the action is way too long. At 26 minutes before the shooting starts, half of the episode, many people know the basic backstory of the Punisher, and for those who don't, it's still way too long. The introduction is used to set up the character and setting, and yes, there does need to be some kind of story, rather than just immediately jumping into killing people, but it could have been done in 10 minutes, rather than being drawn out to half of the show. Another issue is that the story feels like it isn't finished. I won't go into story spoilers, but the story has a beginning and a middle, but it feels like the end is missing, lacking a proper conclusion. At the end, the person who is responsible for all of the violence is still alive. The punishing hasn't been completed. I don't know if this was because they ran out of money whilst making the show, or if it was a deliberate decision, but what they should have done is cut down the intro, say make it 10 minutes instead of 26, and then extend the show until it has an actual proper ending. That way, the Punisher would actually punish those responsible, instead of doing half a job. Is the show worth watching? Yeah, I would say so. It has problems, but if you simply want to watch a short and fun self-contained story, I would recommend giving this a go.